Welcome to Lotus Student Mentor channel. In this session, we are going to study conditional keywords in Python, if, else, elif. These are part of control flow keywords. There are various categories of keywords. There are 35 keywords in Python. These 35 keywords are categorized into 8 categories such as value keywords, operator keywords, control flow keywords, function and a class, context management, import and module, scope and namescape, and async programming. These are 8 categories. These keywords, if we combine it, there will be 35 keywords will be available. Now, in this session, we are going to study the control flow keywords. Part of the control flow keywords are conditional keywords. The conditional keywords we are going to study if, else, and elif. Let us begin. What is the if statement? How it is useful? As I mentioned, the conditional statements, especially these conditional statements in Python, allow decision making in program. Coming to if, it executes a block of code if, very important, a condition is true. If the condition is false, it goes to else. Now, whereas else executes a block of code if the condition is false. And elif is there. What is happen elif? It allows multiple conditions to be checked in sequence. Let us begin step by step. What about if statement? The syntax of if statement with example. The if statement executes a block of code only if the given condition is true. What is the syntax? If condition. It will be colon should be there here. That is code to execute if condition is true. The program, if we consider the example if statement, the example is that x equal to 10. The x is the variable assigned with the value 10. Condition is if x is greater than 5. Is it true? Let us begin. Print x is greater than 5. So output becomes it is true. If x is greater than 5, that is the true value. That means the printing output becomes x is greater than 5 will be the output. Suppose if you give x is the value x equal to 2, if is assigned x equal to 2 and if is make it if x is greater than 5, then it is false. Then the output won't be displayed, won't be executed in the Python. Coming to the else statement, the else statement is, as I mentioned, a block of code executes only if condition is false. The syntax is that if condition, code to execute, condition is true, else code to execute if condition is false. Let us take the example of else statement. The example x equal to 3, the variable x is assigned with the value, integer value 3. If x is greater than 5, is it true? Then only it is false. It is not true. Go to else. In the else case, print x is not greater than 5. That means here x value 3 is not greater than 5. The output becomes what? The output is x is not greater than 5. If the condition is true, if condition is true, then the if condition under that print x is greater than 5. It is false. Else condition under that, what is that? X is not greater than 5. That will be the output of the program. That means else statement will be used only when the condition is, when the if condition is false. If condition is true, under the if condition, print statement will be printed. Coming to elif statement. In the elif statement here, as I mentioned, multiple conditions to be checked in sequence. Let us see the syntax. For elif required else and if also. For else statement required if condition statement. Understand? If condition is independent, whereas else statement is dependent on if statement. Elif statement is dependent on else and if also. Let us see here if condition 1, if condition elif and else. Please remember here, if condition becomes 1, that is the first one, then in between elif will be there, after that else. Else is the end. Starting is if condition and end is else, when in the case of if, elif and else. That's why the syntax elif condition, code to execute if condition 2 is true. Else, code to execute if condition is false. You understand? The role of if condition is if the condition is true and else condition is also is what? False. Their role is same. You understand? Elif, if the condition 2 is true. Let us see that through the example we can understand. x. The variable x is assigned with a value 10 if x is less than 5. Is this x is less than 5? Yes, print is x is less than 5. Is this x is 10 is less than 5? No, it is false. Go to elif. If x equal to 10, yes, x is exactly 10. The output is x is exactly 10. That is what. Okay, the next one, else. Now what is the else? If x is between, what is the x is greater than 5 but not 10. What is that here? Else, print x is greater than 5. X is greater than 5 but not 10. It is false. X is the false condition, so it won't be. If this condition is false, then only it will be. The output will be what? X is exactly 10 will be printed. Coming to nested if statement, which is very important for nested if statements, means if statement inside nest, that is another if statement. Coming to the example, we can understand better through the demonstration of the example. X equal to 15. X is greater than 10. Okay, if x is greater than 10, true, print x is greater than 10. The print output becomes x is greater than 10. Now if x is greater than 20, that 15 is greater than 20. No, false. That means it won't be printed. X is also greater than 20. This if under the if, this if won't be printed. I will explain through demonstration in Python IDLE platform. Let us see else. What is that else is? Print x is between 10 and 20. Is it okay? Yes. Now what will be printed here? The output becomes, what is the output? X is greater than 10. It is true. X is greater than 10. And goes inside into the nested if. If x is greater than 20, false. Where it goes? To the else. Then x is between 10 and 20. Yes, it will be printed between x is between, that is 15 is between 10 and 20. The output is x is greater than 10 and x is between 10 and 20. Please always understand that, as we have studied in previous videos, Python program follows indentation methodology. It is not curly braces. Block of code follows by indentation. Now for if there is indentation print and nested if followed by the print exact indent equal. This is print if, again if conditions, nested if print statement is inside, whereas else is, this if and else is both on the same indentation, whereas x equal to variable and this is starting if, that both are in the same indentation. Please careful, very important, these rules, indentation rules must be followed while executing the program. Now let us see through the demonstration. I am going to demonstrate it through this. As I mentioned here, this is what I made it, x equal to 15, the same thing I made it, pasted here. I am going to execute Ctrl S and press the direct button F5, that is running. Yes, as I mentioned here, x is greater than 10 and x is between 10 and 20. Alright, this is what way of executing the program. We can do more practicality if you want to know it. If x equal to 20, if you make it, what will happen here? X is equal to 25, what will be printed? Ctrl S. Okay, if x equal to 20, the output becomes, press run the button. What is it? X is greater than 10 and x is also greater than 20. Yes, you see here, x is greater than 10. Yes, it is satisfied. That's why print x is greater than 10. Now x is greater than 20. Yes, this 25 is greater than 20. That's why it is true. That's why x is also greater than 20 and it did not go to else statement. Alright. Now if you want to make it 35, what will be the output here? Yes, x is greater than 10. That means x is greater than 10 will be printed. And x is also greater than 20. Yes, x is between 10 and 20. It won't be. So it goes if and in nested if only, not else. Now execute the program. Let us check it. Yes, you can check it. X is greater than 20. X is also greater than 20. Alright. In this manner, we can use the nested if condition. I hope you understood the concept of nested if and if. This is what nested if we have mentioned here. Thank you for watching.